Hello everybody, this is Sensei Joe, and I'm just here doing some Mech and Magic, getting ready to conquer a whole bunch of big things, like got a Smeltery thing just about ready to build. I've got another furnace that's going to go up, not furnace, generator that's coming up. It's in the box already. I also have my first magic crop ready to be cropping. I also made some new things going on in this whole place. So take you on a little spin. The house hasn't changed much, but you go over here. I put these marble bricks down. So this is kind of the magic center over here. This is the mechanical center over here. It isn't really all that mechanical, but it's a good start. I think Gobbo prefers the machines. Then if I take a look back into the back section, I cleared this area out and I put all my animals in a row. So now I got the pigs, the sheep, well, actually I should say the pig, couple chickens, couple cows. I'll be upgrading my backpack soon, and I need lots of leather for that. Haven't dyed any of these guys. There's a dry that just lives with the sheep. He's just into that. Or she. Started making this will be the chocobo area. So it started off. I'll fill it on with dirt when I get there. This whole area is backlit, so there shouldn't be monsters that come here unless it's blood moon. Looks like I didn't fill in all these spots, but it doesn't really matter. I put in tons of extra. I did end up killing one of the chocobos, so hopefully it'll respawn as the other kind. And I got this just started, ready to go. Got a lectern, stick. We got some witch wood there. We'll build the main structure. It's got the 5 iron that I'll need. And I got the book sitting in this little book holder right here. I'm going to do the Smeltery first, because Smeltery is pretty darn simple to put together, at least the basic part. And we'll replace the other parts when we get them. But I built this big old staircase so you could kind of see and explore it. And then these are just placeholders. You can see what I did too is I put these little covers down. So I had extra stones, and I just thought it would look really cool if I decorated it with the actual dark stones. To make the smeltery, you start off, you get these 9 pieces down on the bottom, then 3, 3, 3, and then 3. I'm going to put a controller here, the lava, whatever the lava storage thing is here. I'll put some of the actual outputs over here, so it'll be a channel, then the tables. I guess I could probably do the tables right now. So if I go here, oh, you found the way in here. I'm going to move away from this. I still have not made my ranged weapon that I said I was going to do. But maybe we shouldn't be doing this during nighttime anyways. Gotta learn. Gotta learn. Just like this creep is going to learn. Gobbo, can you take care of the creeper for me? Nope. Not doing work again. I found out that I can teleport, just because I'm obviously opt on my own server, so that'll probably save me some time to go. I went on a big adventure looking for the Ethereum, and then on the way back I got all the smeltery stuff, so if I really wanted to go back to the town and ransack it some more, I might not just take a boat, I might just jump over there. Boom. I almost forgot about him. I also chopped down some other witch wood so we could leave that one up for our own house. This staircase, I built it. I think I have all the blocks needed to go up this high. If not, it doesn't really matter. We'll always build it higher later. Normally, it would be just fine starting off with the lower amount anyways, because you don't really need it all. This giant. All you really need is the base level, plus the other parts to it. And you'd be able to melt tons of metal, but with this amount, it's just going to be able to store a lot of liquid metals and also just look menacingly large, which is just fun. Looks like I have a problem with the light source, just because I got my F7 showing, and it's showing that there's obviously a problem with not enough light in here. Let's see if I actually have any torch. I have a torch. Put one right on the top. and I'm not going to put one in the middle because I'm pretty sure once the actual materials go there, they'll stop carrying. But I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out. Maybe we'll have mobs spawn in there and they'll just be grinded into things, which would be fine with me. Then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So this is big enough. I don't have enough to make it bigger, but I could take my stairs, go up and down. Unbelievably large. Put the rest of them over here. Got some lava for once I need to fuel it. And these guys, this guy, will probably go. I might end up making it here. I'll remove some stuff, or I know I like to do kind of around the side. So this one could work, then these three. And I might even just start off with kind of small scale, but I think I could even do multiple tier. I could actually open it up from the sides. But now that I have a little bit of extra seared brick, I might even chop it up more, but give it a little bit bigger area just so I could walk around it easier. That's the basic. Let's see if I have the clay, gravel, and sand. I think I was planning on it, and I might even have some. I definitely ground up a lot of gravel, so I might have actually wasted it all. Let's put some stone back in here to make some more gravel. Or is it? Yeah, it's gravel that comes out of it. A little bit of sand, a little bit of gravel. I was just looking for clay. Probably have it somewhere around here. Golden guy shell. I guess I'll be keeping some of the extra crops in here still. Anything in here? A little more sand, a little bit more gravel. Tons more stone. Then I still haven't squished together all my metal just because until I make this guy, so iron, iron block, redstone furnace, redstone. This is going to speed up our process a ton. Let's go ahead and put the last two leadstone ducts, whatever they're called. Make sure, yeah, they're all blue is input, orange is output. I've got tons of charcoal in this one. This one goes way faster, so power level 40 versus power level 5, so 8 times faster. But it literally, this one burns in 10 minutes. This one burns in 16 seconds or something like that, so we'll be powering this thing. Maybe I'll actually get a positive. So I'm crushing these, and I'm actually getting a positive return here. If I run both machines, it'll probably actually start burning a little bit, but just having it go the right direction is huge. Let's see, get a little bit more flint here for when I run out of flint up here. But you can see it's up in my production. I guess gravel is the secondary, but now I get an extra 25% of gravel when I smash it, but I will put in more. I'm not going to need a ton. As soon as I find my clay, we're pretty much good to go. Let's see, anything else? Nothing. I might have even put it up. Yep, tons of clay. Good news. Then we'll just start with what I got, which is 14. And of course, use this because it's faster. 3 at a time is always the way to go. Get a little more gravel. Not much yet. This is my sawing place, so this is my extra covers. You just take your marble brick. I don't know if I showed it on camera yet, but you cut it in half. This goes that direction, and cut it in half. You could either cut it this way, and it'll make the little tiers, which is really good for stairs, or you cut it this way again, then you get double it. Same thing goes. You could cut it here, and now you get posts, which looks like a fence. Cut it again, now you get the covers. Again, the cover's going to be cut into strips. If you cut the strips, then they get these little dots, which are the ending path. And if you did it and you didn't really want to, you could combine them back together. It goes all the way back. So you get pretty artsy, and you don't have to waste a whole bunch of stuff doing it. Yeah, seared bricks. Love it. Anything else on that? I still don't have enough gravel gravel, it looks like, is what I'm missing right now. Oops. Oh, there's a gravel. Booyah. Let's go ahead and make one more. And really more than that. But what we're going to need is to make... Do I have glass in here still? Oh, yeah. Clear glass should work. That actually looks a little better than the glass I've been using. But go here. Surround it. This is the lava, the seared tank. That's where the lava will go. Then, just because I want to have an extra lava storage, I'll put in 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 2 different things you can make here. One uses more seared brick, one uses more glass, so they both do the same thing. But just keeps it in there, another additional storage for lava. We'll probably end up doing it all the way up the vertical, just because. But that's after we get more gravel, which is just being rude right now. It's not giving us any. Let's see. Where's my extra stone? I remember seeing it. I have tons. Good. That's nice. Boom. The other thing I'll probably do too is I'll do this right now. I will do a storage device for kind of like an input. You could just put a chest on there, but then you have to configure it. I'm just going to do the old school way, which probably, I'm not sure if it's better or worse, but that's what I've been doing lately. Cool. Get a hopper on top, and then you could literally just put the extra stone in, let's drop right in, and keep on going. And then you could also put a chest on the bottom, and it'll just drop in all the stuff all the way through, which that sounds like a decent enough idea. Let's do one on each one. Let's see if it does automatic. And it might. Oh, it doesn't even let me open it. That's another reason I have a hopper there. But, or maybe a chest on the side of the chest. We shall see. If we do a second one, still broken. Okay. Well, only one other way to find out if the stuff got put in there. And it didn't. But, make one more hopper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The chest. And then I'll leave that chest right there. And, boom. Now you can see it's starting to drain all the way through. And, oh yeah. Very, very simple machine addition to just basically process all your different things. And now I actually can do this. I have different types of metals, and they'll just go one after another. Let's see. Good. And then this is still giving me the bonus material. I should still get enough gravel out of this. So, a little bit more. I need... It's kind of nice having gravel as the thing I need instead of clay, because clay actually can take work to get. Okay, got that. I got my metal. I need 8 more to make one more controller, and it's almost there. Double check this. I guess I could do the same thing I did there while I'm waiting. So put a double circle here. 1, 2. 1, 2. I mean, eventually I'll end up having different kinds of pipes and ducts and all sorts of things to make it so that's a little bit better looking, and obviously more efficient, sorting, stuff like that. You can combine this together with, a quarry, and it'll just basically shove everything in and start grinding it through, and it'll have a filter so it won't grind things you don't need. This also is showing that this is not a long-term laboratory. This is literally just trying to get up and running. But I'll do some of the boring building and that stuff off camera, just like I did for the upgrades around the house. So one more of these. Controller. Now, I also need the actual output spots. So that takes 6. And go ahead and just burn that too. Might as well put it in my cool way. Get that through. And man, it's just burning through that stone really fast. Good. Nighttime, sleep. I'm moving bed, so I obviously need to do that. Let's see, what did I get? My shurikens. It's really... I have my alien shurikens. It's still the same update from my multiplayer one that I was practicing on. Right now, the only thing I have that's any good is this is auto repair and a little extra damage. It's really nice. It's exactly what you want on a rapier for free. Let's go ahead and put the rest of my metal away. Looks like it still goes down here. Although, how much more iron do I got? That's lead. Tricky lead. Nickel, aluminum, zinc. Any more iron, I basically just burned it on all that stuff. Okay, 3 more gravel, that might be enough. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need the bottom part and the top part. I'm just going to have one of them. I have one full set. So, here, plus here, and you need, this is like your output. So, a drain, and I need one last part. Come on. Yes, that would have worked. One last part. And this is going to be just a starting point because we'll have more. We only have one channel, one drain. That's okay. It's good enough to start. I can officially say that this is a done project. So go here. And maybe I'll even do this. Let's see if this works. Put the controller on the bottom. I'll put the seared tank on top of it. I think they have to be on the same level. Let's see. So now I got a completed unit. Yeah, gotta put that there. And you can see too, I've got 9 pieces. If I just do one more piece, it'll go all the way down. An unbelievable amount. I believe it. Okay, now, same note. I will guess I'll do this on the center channel, which we'll be able to see incompletely. Which is kind of neat. Put the one piece back. And it's working. Sorry, small pause there. So, what do we got next? We got the channel and drain. And probably even do that on the second level and it'll support right onto this. So let's go ahead and do one drain here to start. And so get that right there. Throw in the seared faucet here. And then we'll start with a table right about here. And then whatever liquids I pour out will go right there. Do some fuel. Get that. Actually, I don't need that. And I should be able to pour it here, and it probably will even drop down. If it doesn't matter. Either way, it actually shows the fuel. I'll put it there just because it looks better, and then I'll end up putting the fuel source in all the way up to the top. Let's see, what can I make really quick? What would be handy would be a ingot. So if I made an ingot cast, I need some of that gold. I knew some of it got made. Actually, everything's burning through, and this is still charging up, which is awesome. See, my furnace generator burned through almost all that coal. So one of the main things I'm going to have to start doing is actually get a wood source, which, if you see, I planted some new trees. So those are all just oak trees put together. These are some great trees, and as soon as we get this thing up and running, we'll be able to make some really awesome tools. Let's go toss this gold in. Should go pretty quick because gold's fast melting. Let's do, we have the casting table out. What I'm going to do is basically use some stone to make some more bars. Not sure how much stone I have just sitting around. I think I'm pretty short. But I might have them all squished together. There you go. I like to squish mine together just to make it all take up less room. And I'm not going to make our first two all iron because we're running low on that too. Let's just go ahead. We got our gold ready to go. Put in any kind of bar form there. Takes 2 gold to make a cast. Doesn't matter how big the cast is. And oh wow, now it actually eats it. That's probably why you use really lame stuff. So, got 4 ingots left. Don't assume you can do this. Ooh. How long it'll take. That's really exciting. Let's just do a whole 9 blocks. See how much seared stone that gives us. And done. 10 blocks. That might be the right number. Either way, it's... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So, if you look here, it shows the bottom. That's going to be whatever pours up first, and what's on top pours up second. And with this update, you can just move them around. So I'm going to probably use it for another cast on something. And I have to try this too. So 81. That should be awesome. I'll just melt it all. I don't need that all, but I can't do all of it. I actually probably need something to build with. But I just want to see what happens when I do an 81 block. It's not even all that slow either. That's just awesome. And lava it uses 500 or something if I were to put it in the way I used to, which was just 1 stone at a time. I can't even think that's just amazing. So we got the ingot cast. Now we can actually cast out things, but we need to start pouring out some of these. So stone. This is actually why it's nice having more than one table. But right now we don't. So we just have to go with what we got until we get it. But that's what we're using this for. I got 3 here. I got another one of these. And we'll just literally just break out one of the sides and change it. I'll also probably turn that so they're all 3 of them are right here. And looks like everything's melted. That gave us another 9 blocks. 9 blocks. Yeah, that's about the same. Yeah, that's good. And I poured out a little bit, but each one of these should be, I got 19 blocks left, so if I click once, it should have, yeah, it even says how many ingots I'm making. So you can literally just pour out all of these to get them into ingot forms and use them for your actual crafting needs. And let's go ahead, test out the channel, or what is it called? The drain. Good. Drain. Let's go ahead and move this over. And since it's still a full unit, it shouldn't actually break. It shows up as more in there because it lowered the limit, but it's not actually hurting anything at this point. And another table. I only have one of these casts though, so I guess I could make another cast. Let's go ahead and use that. That's going to be useful enough. Let's go and do... I don't really care about this stone because it's literally just stone. Pour out one of these. This makes sense for when I'm doing other things similar to this. Obviously it's still stone on the bottom. And now that they actually burn through the cast, it's going to be important to make up extras. And switch that. Gold. Gold, you kind of have to point right towards the middle thingy. And got 2 of those. Let's go ahead and switch this guy. Like how that floats for me. And if those actually fell in the middle, they might start melting too. But let's put the other drain here. Faucet here. Fill that brick back. See that it's already taken care of. I need to get a sleeping bag so I don't have to run back home all the time. But my new bed spot. And we also need to upgrade this whole house. It's another project. It's not a big deal. Let's go ahead here. We got 2 casts, a couple tables. And the starting point too, like if I wanted to make bricks, I could literally just pour these into a big one. Ooh. It's going to be worth trying. I'm going to need ender pearls at some point soon, so here, Enderman, play. Let's play. Check them in the water so they can't backstab me. And I got a free head. I don't know what that's for, but I got a head in life. Still a female one there. Sees me dry it. this is the benefit of this sword. It could go really quickly. I had a problem in another game where if you attack them with fire, they seem to just run like crazy. And myself being on an island too, I'm sure they can walk into water and not be very excited about it, which is fine with me. Hey, that's mine. Ooh, pearl and another head. I mean, Ender IO is how I'm doing the SAG mill and some other things, so that might end up being actually important. Soul Binder, Powered Spawner, combined with Broken Spawner in an anvil. Interesting. I wonder how that works. Ooh, I don't know what that is. That is Slice and Dice, Solarium, Silicon, those easy things. Okay, yeah, not for now. But that seems to be the secret to how to remake spawners that you break down, which is exciting because eventually we can make some pretty creative spawners. So that's important. And the pearl, we just need that later. Let's go ahead, back to work. We have one of these, one of those, and we'll put the last one here. And this. This gives me a placeholder. So what is that really? So, more bricks. And since it takes time to dry, it actually makes sense to have more than one if you're doing it like this. We'll end up making a fourth one, but we don't have a lot of gold yet, so we can't just be all willy-nilly with our gold supplies. But this is still very nice because already I need one more of these, and then I have a whole nother channel and keep calling it that. Whole nother drain and faucet. It's like the third one going. Usually if I were to make this with the regular ways instead of finding it somewhere else, I would be thinking ahead and making these instead of making more parts. Sometimes it gets annoying. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So, 2, 3. And this could be a fourth, obviously. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. And if I were to want to make more blocks, what I would do right now, since I don't have it set up, I could just take away one of these guys, put down a casting basin, and do the same thing. I'm making ingots and giant stone. See? That's a pretty good balance. And the stone looks kind of ugly, but you can still use it on the top and just literally add to the structure. But right now I'd rather have the building blocks instead of the big blocks. Put that back down, that back down. It's not a big deal. And what I could do though is I could make this one. This one will actually be a casting basin for the time being. And that's enough. 3, 6, 9. That's enough to do full basin. Let's go one more. Like you guys haven't seen this now. There. There. And like if I was doing a ton of materials, I would literally just set them all up for the basins instead. And I'll probably end up having it so this side's for basins, or even having a second tier or lower tier. That might end up being it. I might do another staircase here, drop these down into the water, and just basically you'll see the top. And then I could just click on the different switches, and then if I was clicking on these, I wouldn't care about the switches. It would just be there. So I'll do that off camera, but that'll probably look pretty good. And I'm just going to drop these off for now. I'll switch through all the extra stuff later, because the setup on that started.